Hey, listen up, guys. Listen up. Lee Godbold with Junk Removal Authority. Got a story to tell y'all this morning. An individual's walking along, the guy's walking along the side of a road, and he comes to a cliff and he slips off the cliff and he starts falling down the cliff. It's a huge drop, just keeps on falling and falling. And the very halfway down the mountain or down this cliff, there's a vine. He grabs that vine. He hangs on that vine for all he's worth. He's using all the strength in the world that he's got. He's summoning all the strength he possibly has. He's holding on to that vine. And he ain't gonna be able to climb it though. He's already fallen several hundred feet. He's not gonna be able to climb it. He looks up at that vine, looks up to the skies and says, "Hello, is there anybody up there?" And a voice bellows down, "Yes, I'm here. Do you believe?" And he says, "Yeah, why the hell not? Yeah, I guess I believe." And he says, the voice from above says, "Let go of the vine." Guy pauses and says, "Is there anybody else up there?" And that's just a great example of an entrepreneur and how most entrepreneurs are. Majority of entrepreneurs out there are not willing to let go of that vine. They've been told, a voice just bellowed down, and they know what they need to do, but they don't do it. And generally, this was featured in the book Traction. I remember this is how Traction opened. The book Traction, if you guys have read it, and it's great. And what it's mainly talking about is people. It's mainly talking about entrepreneurs and business owners wanting to hold on to too much stuff, wanting to keep doing too much stuff, not delegating stuff off to other people. And that's 100% correct. But it's also to do with taking chances. See, I liken it, all right, to take chances, because even though I've done a lot in the period of time that we've been in business, and I've taken some risk, but I probably really didn't take enough risk and big enough risk up until the last couple of years. And I've really seen the truth in what letting go of the vine means. And you do things uncomfortable. You hire people before you really need them. And you just have faith that the services you're setting up, what you're about to do, that people are going to use your business, and you're going to be able to pay for that individual or that piece of equipment. So it's not only about hiring, but it's it's about just taking risk. You know what's right. You in your heart know what you need to do in your business, but generally yourself or somebody else in your business holds you back. Could be a spouse, could be a parent, could be you're worried about your kid's future. Something holds you back and you don't do it. You need to go ahead and do it. Make that hire. Could be debt. Maybe you need to take out some debt to help expand your business. If you're confident in what you're doing, if you've seen demand, you're confident people are going to come and use your service again, take out that debt, man. You'll figure out a way to pay it back. You'll figure it out. So entrepreneurs are never going to reach their true potential, and they're never going to achieve 100% freedom without letting go of that vine. They're always going to be held back if they don't let go of that vine, if they hold on too tight. So in junk removal, you're going to need to buy trucks. You're going to need a market. I talk about it all the time. How the hell do you think your business is going to be successful if all you're doing is one little advertising method and you're spending hardly any money on it? If people don't know your company, if they don't know you, they cannot hire you. They cannot spend money with you. It's 100% impossible. You've got to get your word out. And no matter, people say, well, Home Advisor, they take too much money, or Google, it takes too much money, or whatever, it takes too much money. I'm not profitable on those jobs. Well, one, you need to get to the point where you are profitable on those jobs. Two, you need to know how to sell those jobs. And if you know how to do those two things, and you're making just a little bit of money on those jobs, you got to have faith that you're going to do a great service and people are going to come back and use you again. Those customers that hire somebody off Google, if you're not on Google, you have no shot in hell at getting that customer. If you're not doing Facebook advertising, the chances of you getting a customer is lessened because you got somebody else that you're competing against that's doing it. And if you're doing Facebook advertising, you better have some good advertising that actually gets people's attention. It's a very noisy world out there, guys. You got to commit to doing high quality work. You got to commit to getting your word out. Debt, don't be afraid of debt. Training, there's a lot of things that I have learned over the years that through the School of Hard Knocks, actually doing it. And then there's been a lot of stuff here recently that I've actually taken the time to go to courses and classes and invested money in upping my skill set and my knowledge, going to conferences and taking online courses and going to classes and so on and so forth. That's made me a heck of a lot better business owner, heck of a lot better entrepreneur, better salesperson, better money manager. You know, I got more processes in place than I used to. You can learn stuff from experience, and that's great. That stuff's awesome, but sometimes you experience things and you could go ahead and you learn from somebody else that's experienced something, and maybe they've done it, the way they address that issue is just a little bit better than you. Take time, just invest in yourself. If you guys invest in yourself and invest in your business, it's going to pay off tenfold. Don't assume you're going to learn everything. Don't assume there's going to be somebody else that's done this thing before. Learn from them, no matter what it is, no matter what you're working on. And with Traction, that's a great book. If you go through Traction wants you to have go through and cover 4 different topics. They want you to write out all of your activities, every single activity that you do throughout your day running your business, and figure out and break it down into 4 buckets. You have a bucket. The first bucket is things that you love to do and that you're great at. Second bucket is things that you like to do and you're good at. The third things are things that you do not like but you're good at. And the fourth things are things that you don't like and you are not good at. And I want you to break those things out. And then what I want to challenge you to do is I want you to today, this very day, figure out one thing you're going to eliminate. Just start with one thing you're going to eliminate, and put a plan in place to actually eliminate that. So what do you have in junk removal? Some of the ones off the top of my head, you got phones, you got bookkeeping, you got the actual removing the junk, you got truck maintenance, you got hiring and managing, you got marketing, you've got big picture thinking. Those are some of the things that you've got in junk removal. You need to figure out, and you can break those down further. You need to figure out what on that you don't like and you're not good at, or you just don't like. And you choose one thing to eliminate. It could be hiring another person in-house. It could be hiring a company to do it for you. Whatever that is, I'm gonna challenge you today, choose that. With me, with my current business right now, and this is things that I've done in the past, and I've eliminated a lot of this. I don't like hiring. I do not like hiring. Now, I still do a little bit of hiring on the JRA end of things, so I'm trying to eliminate a lot of that. Junk doctors, I hadn't hired anybody in 2 years. So I don't like hiring. I don't like directly managing people. I like setting goals, setting big picture items, challenging people to figure out what are the steps they need to do in between, and then I want them to go take care of it. Now I want somebody else, some other person, to be in charge of making sure the little details are getting figured out. I am not a detail person. I am very much a big picture person. I need somebody else to work out the details and manage the details. I get bored with the details. I'll miss something. So I know that, and I put people in place to make sure that doesn't occur. What do I like? I love big picture stuff, man. I love big picture. Where am I going to be a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Is this a service that has legs? Who all do I need to hire to make this happen? What equipment do I need to buy? What technology do I need to buy? What kind of training do we need? How big of a facility do we need? We're moving into a big building right now. I love that stuff, man. So that stuff is what is excites me. That's the stuff I want to keep doing. I want to eliminate most of everything else. You're going to always have in business, you're going to have stuff you don't enjoy doing. You're going to have phone calls you don't necessarily want to make at certain times of the day, but you got to do it. What I want you to do, though, is eliminate a lot of that stuff. You're going to hire people that enjoy that stuff, that are good at that stuff, that are better than you at that stuff. You focus what you love and enjoy and you're very good at, you're great at. Get other people in place and stuff you're not good at and you don't enjoy, and your business is going to take off, guys. I promise you, it's going to take off. I've seen it firsthand, both me as well as other companies. Let go of that vine. Let go of that vine and have faith. Hey, guys, we'll be back before you know it. Lee Godbold, Junk Removal Authority. Thanks for watching.